When was the first time I knew Callum was the right person for Devon? And it was when Devon was pregnant with Harris. There was one night that Devon didn't feel quite right, so at silly o'clock in the morning, Callum packed Devon into the car, drove down to Dundee at Nine Wells to get her checked out and stop her fretting. And that's kind of when I knew that Callum was the right guy to look after Devon.
I'm not ashamed to say that when I first knowingly saw Dev that night in the pub, I was awestruck. She was, and of course is, still beautiful. Our eyes met across the room a couple of times that night, and like any real, confident man in that situation, I marched straight over there, and I got a Snapchat username from another pal who knew Dev. Lastly, the woman who played the biggest role in Dev's life, and a person I unfortunately never got to meet. Devon's mum. Even though I never got to meet Claire, I'm confident that I can say today, on behalf of everyone who knew Claire today, that she's so proud to see the beautiful woman and mother who sits here today.
Callum, you taught me that love is not all grand gestures you see in films, but that the love we have for each other day to day is the most enviable love there is. You've become my home, the person I want to be with every minute of the day, the person I look for in a crowded room, and you've simply become my best friend.
Whenever we come against issues or things have gotten tough, I never for a second doubted that we wouldn't be okay, because we'd always have each other, and now Harris, and soon our baby girl too. I promise you that we will always have each other, and that I'll always love you, I will always have.
Now, following the declarations made before me and in the presence of our witnesses, it's now my pleasant duty to pronounce you as husband and wife. Seal the deal with a kiss, guys.
So I've known Callum now for as long as I can remember now. And who'd have thought 10 years after leaving secondary school, he'd be a father and he'd be happily married. Well, certainly not his yearbook entry, that's for sure. Which was along the lines of, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Callum's answer, running alongside Usain Bolt in the 100 and 200 metre races. So, the Bayfields and the Pereiras, we've gone on holidays now for a few times when we were younger. And Lisa will often ask me, it's like, Mark, what was your favourite holiday? Sorry, Lisa.
But of course, anyone who was at the Perth Races trip in 2018 will know that Devon's not a lady to be trifled with after a few gins. Of course, not something I need to worry about tonight, Devon, for obvious reasons. Just couldn't help yourselves, could you? No? Is he that irresistible? I did always wonder how Ian pulled Lisa. But, but no, I was very nervous for my sheets today. I actually started doing some research on how to deal with nerves while public speaking. And a common fix was actually to visualize your audience naked. Something I'm finding alarmingly easy for every member of the stag do. Mike, I can just see your big hairy arse now. Yep. And Ian, I can just see your little... Actually, never mind. Life changes fast, however. We left school, got jobs, found our future wives, and have now, of course, we've got our kids. As luck has it, we've ended up with 2 little boys of a similar age gap to ourselves. And who knows, mate, in 25 years or so, we may be standing on the other side of this table watching them. Time isn't always on hand, mate, but once in a blue moon, when we do get out for a round of golf, I never take those moments for granted. And I know that I speak for me and Mark when I say you've been an absolute constant in our lives. And you've been a mate like no other. Through thick and thin, you've always been there for me, and I know those traits will make you an amazing husband.
Maybe the man I am today. From strangers in a high school hall, to best friends, to husband and wife, to becoming mum and dad. I love you so much.